Hello again, everybody, and welcome to another Inside Lowell podcast where we go inside the Pirates, your Massachusetts Pirates, Lowell's indoor football league team. I'm your host, Teddy Panos, coming to you from the Well Point Studios here in downtown Lowell. Unicare is now Well Point. New name, same commitment to Massachusetts and to its members. At Well Point, your whole health is their whole point. And we thank our friends at WellPoint. We want to thank our friends at the Washington Savings Bank. Make the switch now to Washington Savings Bank. Thank you as well to TMI Properties, our newest member of the Inside Lowell family. From affordable to luxurious, TMI offers apartments for all. Boston North Company. Business solutions for restaurants and retail. Mahoney Oil, providing warmth and protection since 1925. Francis E. Provencher Insurance of Lowell, the agency Greater Lowell has trusted for over 4 decades. And last but not least, the Massachusetts Pirates, bringing all the excitement and the action of indoor football, arena football, to the Tsongas Center at UMass Lowell. And joining us right now on the Zoom lines, one of the stars of the Massachusetts Pirates, quite frankly, the star of last weekend's game against the Northern Arizona Wranglers. Star running back Jimmie Robinson is joining us. How are you, Jimmy? Good to talk, man.
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. We've been trying to get a hold of you for a while now. You're a popular guy, no doubt. And if you have more games like you had last Saturday, that's going to keep up.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's start. Let's talk about that. Unfortunately for the team, the last game on the 18th didn't go as planned, suffering kind of a heartbreaking 1-point loss. But for you, 5 touchdowns in a single game. And you know what I found out by kicking into your background a little bit? That's actually not your personal record. You actually scored 6 in a game last year, right?
Yes.
It seems you've developed a nose for the end zone, as they say. And for folks who don't watch football all that often, it's not an accident, right? There's a certain way you have to
Yeah.
run with the ball, and kind of those are the toughest yards to get, those last couple right before the end zone. How did you tell me a little bit about how you developed that style and that nose for the end zone?
It's just trusting the guys up front. When we need a play to be made, just following those guys, executing the play that's called. So, and like you said, when we get shorter into the red zone, it gets a little tougher. But I get behind the big guys and just run behind my shoulder pads, and sometimes I get lost, so it makes it a little easier.
It helps to have a little bit of speed as well. Have you always been one of the fastest guys at any level you played on? Because that's what all the stories about you that are out there on the internet talk about, is your speed. Speedster Jimmie Robinson.
Um, I would say I have been almost as fast as on my team. Every team I kind of been on. The speed has been the key to my game. It helps me a lot to be able to outrun defenders, just with my size and things.
Yeah. Your football journey was an interesting one, as has been for most of your teammates that we've talked about. You started in college. You actually then transferred to Bethune-Cookman, where your career really started to take off. But you played. It almost seems like you lined up more at wide receiver than at running back. Is that the case?
Um, I got coming out of high school. I was a player that played both sides of the ball. A lot of people don't know I played corner.
Oh, no
So
kidding.
when I went to Mercer, I was playing a little bit of corner, receiver, and then they moved me to running back. So I've been all over the field most of the time. When I went to Cookman, they mostly lined me up on the outside. We ran screens, quick plays to just get the ball in my hands. So I've been from the backfield to the receiver spot a lot.
Definitely more fun playing offense than defense, right? You don't want to chase
Yeah,
those guys around and have to cover them.
for sure.
And you also you spent some time at a training camp or off-season workouts with the Cincinnati Bengals. What was that experience like playing for?
I was with the Bengals for rookie mini camp. It was a great experience being around different guys, like Chase and all those guys. Just seeing those guys and just being able to work out with them was a great experience.
Chase being, of course, Jamar Chase, well, right? One of the
Yes.
top top receivers in the league. Joe Burrow, of course, his credentials well known, the quarterback. What did you learn from that experience?
I learned that, I mean, just the opportunity is there. It's just when you get there, you just got to lock into it and take full advantage of it. I mean, sometimes it's going to be some things you can't control, but when you're in that environment, just have fun and just do what you're there to do.
You also spent a season in the Canadian Football League. I hope you played for a team that played in a dome. It gets cold up there in Canada.
I was with the BC Lions. Most of the time I was there, it was more of hot and like smoky, so I didn't really have the cold.
Good. You got lucky there. How'd you end up with the
Yeah.
Pirates? What made you choose the Pirates and indoor football?
When I left BC, I was home training most of the time. Jawad gave me a call, asked me that I want to play arena ball, and I'm just like, I'm not sure about that. And then I gave it a little time. He called me back and was like, hey man, what do you think about doing, kid? And at the time, I was just training so much, I was like, kind of over just training. So I was like, I might as well give it a shot. And when I came in, the game was definitely a little different, feel smaller, a little up the pace. But I kind of got into it, I think, a little faster than most people would say.
Yeah.
Just adjusted to it.
I'll say you basically were an all rookie performer. You all indoor football league performer. You took to the game very quickly. Do you think the fact that you always played at such a fast speed, do you think that kind of eased your adjustment? Because as I see it from a fan's point of view, that to me is the biggest difference in terms of the way the game is played, the speed. I imagine it's almost impossible to survive in indoor football if you're not fast.
Like you said, it was more of the guys that was already here that's been here, like T.O., Dro, took me under their wings, just showing me the game and slowing it down for me, like you said, because I was so much faster than the game, and like they sat me down, taught me the ins and outs of it, and more times that I had to slow down than being so much faster. So playing with those guys and just coming in would have made it a whole lot easier and better.
Yeah. The team itself started the year great, undefeated, 4-0. You were undefeated at home up until last week against Northern Arizona. Scuffling a little bit now. Lost 3 of 4. How do you get back on the winning track? What do you guys have to focus on?
Just like we talked about beginning of the week, just the little things, the little details, things that we think don't matter. Just locking back in and executing when we need to, and not more so starting off slow and then trying to fight our way back in at the end.
It's a long season, right? And I know, I mean, you do have those 2 bye weeks kind of built in, but you guys have already had them both. And it almost did it kind of disrupt a little bit of the momentum?
I think more of the bye weeks kind of helped because we played like a game or two, then we had an off week, then we played like a game or two, then we had another bye week, and then with us now just coming back onto this role of continuous games over and over and over, we have to get our bodies adjust and get back to it. That hey, we're on a roll now. There's no more bye weeks, and we got to take care of business. Even though we're gonna be banged up, we're gonna be injured. We just have to settle in and do our job.
Yeah, your quarterback, you mentioned him, Alejandro Benefield, suffered an injury again last week. Is he going to be ready to go this weekend?
Oh yeah, he's gonna be. He's back in the rotation, practicing and everything. He just had a little bump and bruise. But he's back in the rotation now.
All right, that's good to know. What do you know about the Tulsa Oilers, this week's opponent at the Tsongas Center?
Like we say, everyone's feels like we're at championships. Everyone's gonna come in ready to play and ready to knock us off. They have a good group of guys. They hustle. I mean, nothing we haven't seen before. We just have to do our job and take care of business.
I was gonna say it almost seems like more of a case of if you guys are doing what you do best, you have enough skill where you can probably be victorious most of these weekends, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, last question, Jimmy. What do you think of our fair city? Have you gotten to spend some time here, get out and about in Lowell and the Pirates' new home?
I mean, we're loving the love that we're getting, the support. We've been out to a couple events. They love us here. I mean, we're happy to be here, And I mean, we're still learning the city, learning the things around it, but I definitely love being here.
Yeah, you guys are certainly out and about in the community. Earlier this week, you had some kind of a little football camp with the youth. I know a number of those are coming up and scheduled. Does it bring you back to the days when you were younger and you were kind of getting around some of the guys who played at upper levels and kind of feed your desire?
It definitely brings back memories. It's always a good thing when you can get back out and help the kids and help the community.
All right. Well, we thank you for joining us today, Jimmie. Best of luck the rest of the season, and we look forward to seeing you over there at the Tsonga Center.
Thank you.
All right. That is Jimmie Robinson, star running back for the Massachusetts Pirates, joining us as we go inside the Pirates again here on Inside Lowell. As we like to say, Inside Lowell. If Lowell is your home, this is your place. Until next time, stay safe, everybody.